Good afternoon and welcome.
Good afternoon.
Bandekar madam is also there. She has been
Okay.
the co-host.
Oh,
So we are all there. I'm waiting for some students also to come in.
yeah, sure, sure.
Bandekar man, you can unmute yourself. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. You made
Hello,
the
Aparna.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Hello, madam.
Yes, you can start your. Baishaki, you can introduce her
Yes,
and
yes,
start.
yes.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Baishaki Datta from Geography Association. On behalf of Hindi Vidya Prachar Samiti's Ram Ninajan Jhunjhunwala College and Geography Association, we welcome Dr. Aparna Thakur, who has been a very veteran teacher, has been teaching EVS for the last 25 years. And she's the vice principal and in charge Department of Geography of Environmental Studies, NKT College, Thane. She has completed her PhD on environmental education and its importance under Professor Dr. Sudha Srivastava, University of Mumbai in 2014. She has presented research paper in various international and national forum and published research papers and articles in reputed journals and have written reference books also. She is also a member of various important educational bodies and actively handles IQSC, NSS, and extracurricular activities in various capacities in her college. She's a dynamic personality, and amidst us, she can talk, or she's talking about, or she has chosen a topic which is very close to her heart, and it affects everyone living on this planet. So, with a short introduction, we welcome our guest, Dr. Aparna Thakur, and we will start our program. Before this, I want to tell the students who have got a lot of interest and we have told they're having their lectures, but then many students have joined to listen to you because it is a part of their syllabus. And also, if students, please, if you have any question when madam is speaking, please don't, because you will not get your mic unmuted. You can write in the chat box, which I will take up later on after she finishes her talk. Please don't disturb in between. And madam, I request Kamalini madam to speak a few words about the talk today, about the program today, and then we will start the program. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay. At to start with, I will say, Aparna, I'm very thankful to you
Thank you.
for this very important topic of environmental education. And we are really interested in your views about the topic, and I think that will enrich students. So without wasting time, okay, I want to hear you on this topic. Okay, start.
Start. Over to you, Aparna.
Okay.
And start
Thank
sharing.
you so much. Thank you so much for introducing me. And I'm not that great as you say so. But since we have been in teaching this particular subject for years, so it is obvious that we start following some norms from some particular ideologies in our life, and we try our students also to follow that, and that would be my small attempt. And first of all, I would like to thank college, Jhunjhunwala College, and Department of Geography to give me an opportunity to have a dialogue with your students, because our subject objective is that to spread awareness among the masses, that the message should reach to masses at a time and effectively, and that is what we are doing for years. So with these words, I will now start with my presentation. I'm sharing the screen. I hope that I will be able to do that.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. It is.
Okay. Okay. Uh,
If you want to zoom in, you have zoomed in?
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
done.
yes, yes, yes.
I
Very good.
was remembering the shortcut. Now, this online mode has taught us so many things. So, this is, see, in the beginning itself, whenever we talk about environmental studies, there is a lot of, we can say, chaos in our mind. I'm talking from students' point of view, of course, that they feel that we will be now bombarded with all those environmental issues, and we have nothing to do with them. And all these problems we are learning for so many years, right from school days. And what can we do as an individual? Is that in our hand, that to change the climate change or anything, global warming as such? People, that is students as such, have done lot of study, okay, so far, and they come in the first year of BCom, and we expect that they have studied this particular paper right from primary level, so they are having a good strong background of this particular subject, and they have a basic understanding of terminologies, and we expect that them to go ahead with our advanced ideas. And ultimately, we realize that unfortunately, they do not have basic knowledge about the issues, environmental issues. And more often it is observed, that is my observation. I don't know, Baishaki, and your department, what they might be experiencing. Whenever we ask about the basic issues, environmental issues, and the project work which they have finished, okay, in their junior college level or secondary level, they obviously give us answer that we have finished the project on global warming, climate change, or ozone layer depletion. But when we ask the basic question related to these issues, uh, at least I understood that from years experience, that people do not have basic knowledge about these issues, and because of that, they are feeling that they are not associated with these particular issues. So our job is to bring them into the streamline, and make them aware about their actual responsibilities as a citizen, because now they are grown up, so they should know what is their responsibility towards environment. So this paper actually talks about it, and this actually focuses on this issue. So all these issues, students, you have learned so many times. I know that you have completed your projects also, but my topic today is that why are we basically studying this particular paper as a compulsory paper? Though you hate it, I know that. But why are we made to learn all these things which are not at all important in from our career point of view? But I'll tell you that it is actually teaching you the how to live your life, how to lead your life, and to be a good citizen, and to protect your future generations. And it teaches you that at least you should respect nature, okay, which we have lost in the past few decades, that particular realization. So I feel that teaching this subject gives me a lot of satisfaction, and learning should give you that type of satisfaction. And of course, your attitude should change accordingly. So let us understand now. We are all stuck up in the pandemic. And that was not at all actually in our timeline. So it suddenly came in, and it actually uh, holded our entire schedule. So you are now a first year BCom students must be missing the classroom environment, because they are sitting at home and uh, attending online lectures. These online lectures, definitely, as a teacher, I'm not at all satisfied. And as a student, you are also not, must be feeling that no, it is not meant for us. So, anyhow, there is no other alternative. So, we are given that choice. So we are now in the into the online stream. So these are some of the issues which were actually in the beginning of the 2020. It was highlighted, and I came to know about in one international conference which I attended. So there it was discussed that we are going to face a lot of climate change and mitigation issues. We are going to experience extreme weather events, as well as biodiversity loss and ecosystem collapses are there. Along with that, the basic requirements, which are food and water, we are going to experience acute shortages of it. So in a way, why this particular subject is necessary. So somewhere in the I will just give you a brief outline idea about this paper, that why it was made compulsory and what is its status in India, just to know that there are some initiatives at global level which were introduced, and somewhere in 70s this particular process started. Okay, where we people realized that something is going wrong in the nature, and they accepted the fact that we should do something in return, that if we want to survive on the planet. So it was Tbilisi, Georgia, this particular conference which was organized and which identified these objectives of environmental education, and which are true even today. So this was basically to acquire an awareness and sensitivity towards the total environment, as well as the understanding, basic understanding of the environment and associated problems, to acquire the set of values and feelings of concern for the environment and motivation for actively participating. I have made the letters bold, which are very, very important, okay, to know, to actually, I want you to notice that. To acquire skills for identifying and solving environmental problems, to encourage citizens to be actively involved at all levels in the working towards the resolution of environmental problems. So it was the beginning. It was just a beginning where people started accepting the fact that if we want to become proactive, if we want to just act for the sake of environmental protection, then that awareness is necessary. People should be aware, people should know what is going on, and people should have proper basic knowledge and understanding about the issues. So, at the world or global level, right, as I said, that was the decade when actually environmental education started uh, uh, rooting up. And there were a lot of international conferences at which this forum, very basic issues of environment were discussed. For the first time, global warming was discussed. And at that time, those scientists which were actually explaining about global warming, they were criticized, and they were actually given that advice: don't spread hate among the humanity. This is not going to happen. Whatever you are predicting, this is not going to happen. But ultimately, in 1992, it was accepted in the Earth Summit at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, um, which brought about global attention and support to the environmental problems, and where delegates of most of the countries accepted the fact that yes, something is going wrong and we should act immediately. I'm not going to these are the examples I just want to cite, that every year, almost every year, there were um, awareness campaigns going on all over the world. Lot of international conventions, lot of international conferences, declarations were going on, and this was not seen previously. Before 1970, it was not so much, but after say, 1970, fortunately, many countries started actively participating in such conferences, and that is what the result we are getting now. What happened in India meanwhile? 1991 was the year when it was a historical year for the education field, when Supreme Court um, actually passed an order that is the environmental studies should be taught at all levels, compulsorily at all levels. Now, this particular that is school and college level compulsorily. Remember that the words, every word is important, and it was we accept the principle in principle that though the medium of education, awareness of environment and its problems related to pollution should be taught as a compulsory subject. This was the judgment given at in the year 1991, and it was all thought about. And by Shaki, you must be remembering that was the year when we entered in this teaching field, and fortunately, we started teaching the same paper which we are teaching. Earlier, it was named as commercial geography. And after that, 1992 onwards, it became environmental studies. So our generation have seen that transition. And uh, therefore, we all know that how people's awareness and their participation is equally important whenever we talk about environmental protection. So, what was actually the outcome, expected outcome? So, once we study these particular issues, what should be learned by us? What should be there that is understanding, or um, we can say that concern for environment. So, first of all, define the scope and importance of environmental studies. We should be able to do that. That is, what is environmental studies? What is its scope? Then, need for public awareness. We should understand and acknowledge the need. Then, learn how to use resources sustainably. That is very important aspect, which I'm going to highlight today. Identify the different components of environment and analyze the components of natural, man-made, and social environment of the earth. So this is what basic understanding, that once that realization, that understanding is there, automatically your actions will be accordingly taking place. So how it can be achieved? uh, that is appreciate and adopting the idea of development without destruction of the environment. So far, what was the particular idea of development? The economic development was focusing on what? It was focusing on the uh, economic development of every country, and for which we were focusing on industrialization, more and more urbanization, globalization, and so on. The fact which was actually ignored, that was environment, because um, we were using all the resources and which were readily available in the environment, and we were not counting on them, and we were not actually giving back anything to the nature. So there was a time that we should appreciate, we should have uh, understood that whatever development we are going for, it should be without destructing the environment. Then understanding the various aspects of environment and different environmental hazards. So see, only saying that earthquake, okay, earthquake mein ye hota hai, and you should take care. But what is basic? We can say calamity. What is that natural calamity? What is that hazard? Why it is happening? Why the floods are more severe today? Why this particularly global warming, that is temperatures are rising, and that we can experience um, even after 2000, the year 2000, every year is having a record of higher temperatures. And why is it so? Why the climate is changing? So that all those things we should understand properly. Then, of course, laws and enforcement of those laws is also equally important, because uh, कॉलेज में डिसिप्लिन होगा अगर डिसिप्लिनरी एक्शन लेंगे तो definitely some sort of controlling mechanism should be there, so of which people are afraid of. So that was also required. So Environmental Protection Act came into existence in 1986. Then the target was to improve quality of life and create a concern and respect for the environment. Just now I spoke about it, that unless you are aware, you will not have that respect towards the environment. Now, primary focus of environmental studies is to make people realize that the problems that happen in our ecosystem are global. First of all, understand that the problem is global. Problems are not local only, that whatever impact we are going to see, those impacts are global, and they are going to affect everyone, the rich, the poor, the developed, the underdeveloped, everyone and everything, that nobody will be escaped from that. And moreover, as a part of academics, this particular subject is an interdisciplinary field of study, which consists of lot of the concepts which are available or which are actually present in the papers like biology, geography, physics, politics, etc. So it can be a mix, right mix of the academics if it is taught properly. Then, of course, what is important for us to understand in this particular regard? That is global warming, air or water pollution, then the natural calamities like tsunamis, droughts, extinction of species. These problems threaten our lives every day, every year. And these are the evidences that human actions are responsible for these disastrous effects. Normally these particularly environmentalists are criticized that they are always threatening the humanity. They are creating the panic among the masses. But now the time has come that where we have started experiencing all these uh, pandemics or all these particular kind of natural calamities, and which they have become more extreme, they have become more intense. So what is the something is not good, something is really not good. After so many decades, that is of ultimately after 70s, if we are talking about that, this paper is trying to establish in the academics, what is the position in India, what is the condition in India. After 3 decades, 1991 I'm talking about, even today, environmental education is not established as a mainstream subject, even today. That is a reality. Now, there are lots of reasons, and in my research study, my PhD was focused on this issue, and where I got an opportunity to talk to many teachers, many students, as well as parents, and where I realized that basically it is not, the paper is not percolated in the system itself. It is superficial, at superficial level, and nobody is serious about it. So we should not blame only student that they are not serious about this subject or this paper. EVS है ना, क्या पढ़ना है उसमें? That is a common understanding, and I have got this response from maximum students, even from teachers, that when teachers are teachers from different fields. I have seen in one college, teacher teaching PT, he was told to teach EVS. And when I talked to the principal of that school, she said that, क्या पढ़ाना है उसमें? So if the academicians like us, we think that there is nothing to teach, the subject itself is so least important, uh, than those glamorous subjects like maths, science, economics. All those papers get that glamour, but this paper is sidelined. And as a teacher of this subject, I feel very sorry for that because unfortunately this paper has not been yet established. So there are a lot of reasons behind it. First of all, there is a problem in implementing the policies. There are clear guidelines of Supreme Court, there are clear guidelines of UGC, but still the paper is not taught in the school level, higher secondary, and degree college level because it is told that time only that this paper should be taught at every level in every stream, and that too compulsorily. So on paper, everything is there, but in reality, policies are not implemented. Lack of awareness is still seen. That is, people are not at all aware about this, and they conveniently ignore whatever is seen, what they might be experiencing, they might be realizing also. But after some time, they say, "Okay, jane do." Okay, that kind of careless attitude is there whenever they are dealing with the resources. And lack of interest, of course, lack of interest among the people. And that is why in general it is being seen that first year में ही ये paper है ना, बाद में नहीं पढ़ना है, so why should we take it seriously? So automatically the students also get that kind of mode whenever they are studying this paper. I have seen some students, extreme cases. I have seen some students, who are very, very interested in this particular paper. They come and tell me, "Madam, we want to know more about this." But there are majority others who do not take this paper seriously. That is a fact. Now, what is required here? Our society today is looking for better quality of life. We all talk about it. And it was thought that because of economic development, we can bring it about, that our quality of life will be improved. So, what is my question? That is, what do you think about it? We will have a discussion on it afterwards. But just give it a thought. This has become possible through development. Do you think so? Is this only possible that our life has become convenient only because of economic development? Then this thought has its root in increasing level of understanding and awareness among the majority, at least among the academicians, regarding environmental issues that the world is facing today. So, to some extent, 3 decades में कुछ ना हो, लेकिन at least something is better than nothing, like that we say. So, at least to the group of people, this message has been passed on, and they have become aware. They are taking care of environment. They automatically come forward and they, on their own, voluntarily participate in the environmental movements and all. And their small actions also can bring lot a major change in the society. So the word sustainability came into existence in the mean course of time. Sustainability is considered as a right option because it doesn't talk only about present, it talks about the future. So basically it talks about carrying capacity. We should all know what is a carrying capacity. I was surprised to know any particular density of population, if we talk about any place, environmental place, which has a carrying capacity. But human beings do not understand we are going beyond that carrying capacity. So the landman ratio of Mumbai is horrible, literally horrible. So it is, or I would say it is highly impossible to maintain the amenities in its place in Mumbai. Because if we look at the density of population, according to 2011 census, it was 21,000 per square kilometer, 21,000 persons per square kilometer area. Can you imagine that any one particular piece of land is having so much of population, so much of crowd? So whatever amenities or whatever that is augmentation is done of infrastructure, transport line bada hai, railway line bada hai, metros, mono railways, as well as widening of roads, कितना कुछ किया, housing किया, horizontal growth, vertical growth. Will it be sufficient? Will it be sufficient to sustain or support the available population? No. So sometimes we forget that yes, there is some limit on the area, we should respect that limit. Conserving the natural landscape and preserving our cultural heritage, that is a very important role in sustainability, because natural landscape, we all know how valuable it is and how rare it is nowadays in the cities. So we should always focus on conserving natural landscape and preserve the cultural heritage also. Equally, they are important. Then meeting housing and community needs by ensuring timely provision of adequate land and infrastructure. So that is what I was talking about. Mumbai city, it has lost its aesthetic value because of this. That is, whatever government thinks about, the population growth is 10 steps ahead. And therefore, there is a huge gap between the demand and supply. And therefore, there is always a shortage, there is always a overcrowding. Okay, वो चाहे hospitals हो, वो चाहे educational institutions हो, वो चाहे public transport हो, housing हो, wherever you go, they will be all overburdened. And overburdening is opposite to sustainability. Okay, and therefore we should always take care of having a balanced growth. So it should be economically viable, it should be environment friendly. That growth should be taking into account these particular elements. So what is in short, what is required now? If at all we are planning, and we are planning for next 20 years, okay, anything, any area, any region, any city, or any country, then our principle should be do more with less. As far as possible, you imagine that resources are less. You take it for granted that resources are less, and you have to get more from them. So it is for what purpose? To strive better quality, higher efficiency, and prudent on resource utilization. Whatever resources are there, we are very much vigilant, we are very much careful, we are rational, and we are utilizing these resources in a very, very careful manner. That is what is required. So, what should be the vision of development? The vision should be simple. That is, it should move from city center to the sustainable development of a whole region. It should be actually accommodating the boundary areas or the areas or periphery. It should not be centered only in some points in cities. Okay, it should be bringing in holistic environment. It should be focusing on mutual benefit and enhancement of quality of life, and it should be based on regional cooperation. That is, isolation is not important. It is not required rather for holistic development. It should be a collective effort. It should be a cooperative effort. Now, coming to the sustainability. Sustainability in various fields of life. Uh, I would now just, before going to that, okay, these are some of the steps, or we can say way outs, how to live your life sustainably. I would like to just show you that how far your actions are responsible for environmental degradation. You might be thinking that we are not responsible, we are doing nothing, okay, but knowingly, unknowingly, or we can say that sometimes ignorantly, we are responsible for environmental degradation. So our small acts, I feel that I would like to just share my childhood experience, and you compare it with your present scenario. That as a college going student, what I do, as a school going student, what I was doing, and what was the lifestyle. Okay, what was the lifestyle I enjoyed, and what is the lifestyle we are actually going through now. My childhood, I still remember, where plastic was actually absent. मतलब plastic है था ही नहीं. Okay, Baishakhi might be knowing about this. When I took my plastic dabba in my school for the first time, the entire school, the division people came around me and they were looking at me and my dabba. What was it? Steel dabba छोड़ के मैं ये क्या लाई हूँ आज? Okay, that was costly enough. That plastic was costly that time. I'm talking in 70s, late 70s period, when plastic had not been established in India, and therefore, but we were living comfortably. Our life was not standstill. We were living comfortably. So grocery shop में अगर हम जाते थे तो grocery shop वाला हम oil can लेके जाते थे, and oil can he used to pour entire oil into that can and we used to take it back. Every grocery used to come in the paper bags, okay, and the packaging was so simple that everything was being displayed in the shop, very simple. Grocery shop will have only grocery, stationery shop will have only stationery, medical shop will have only medicines. That was a segregation, that was a division, and the shops were also simple. We were also living a very simple life. I still remember we used to take our jute bags, school bags. We used to last for years. मतलब वो इतने ड्यूरेबल रहते थे, ओके, एंड वी यूज्ड टू मेक यूज ऑफ नोटबुक्स, बचे हुए पन्ने. Our teachers used to tell us that do binding, and that used to be our Diwali vacation assignments. Do binding, do some craft work out of that, do something creative. Okay, we used to make use of fountain pens, where refilling the ink, our work is done. Okay, so I still remember we used to have a dustbin where hardly anything apart from dust, anything was going into the dustbin. And that was basically, and we would say that हमारे लिए जो न्यू ड्रेस आता था वो भी एक साल में एक दो बार बस, that's it. Our shopping was limited, our needs were limited. I'm talking about the middle class families that time. Now I will talk about middle class families today. Okay, do you that is students should at least some of the students can answer. Okay, unmute their mic and answer that. Now you go in a shop, you see the shop is full of commodities, you get anything, okay, anything from that particular shop. There is no such kind of division. You go in mall, you find everything what you require. Okay, I have seen the mentality of people that whenever such sale, अभी रिपब्लिक डे आएगा, रिपब्लिक डे का सेल लगेगा, buy one get one free. People are obsessed, I think so. So many people I have seen, so many ladies are rushing towards malls and getting the things. क्या है उसमें? एक टूथपेस्ट के साथ एक साबुन का डब्बा. You have already have it in your house, but as you are getting it free, you get it. And that is what is a small gesture or small action is responsible for something going wrong. We are getting the things which we do not require. We are just purchasing the things which come in our house and they are lying there just like that. Okay, how many ball pens you have at present? आप एक बैग खोलो, मिनिमम 3-4 बॉल पेन आपके हाथ से निकलेंगे. Okay, that you have you keep on purchasing the वो shopkeeper will ask you कितने वाला दूं, 2 रुपए. He has that range of products, and you are also according to your affordability you select, and sometimes मेरे friend के पास वो है, I should get it. So that kind of attitude is there, and people keep on purchasing without thinking it. बीच में कुछ रेलवेज में ये आ रहा था कि यूज एंड थ्रो वाले पेन्स. Okay, and most of our students were getting it though because they were so cheap. मतलब 10 रुपए में 5 मिलते थे वो पेन, and people were keep purchasing, मतलब उसके पीछे पागल हो गए थे लोग. So use and throw matlab kya hai? You are using it, once the ink is over, you are throwing it. Okay, you are just throwing it into the dustbin. Then Friendship Day, Valentine Day. I know students do not like to discuss about it, but um, Friendship Day is celebrated, and for that reason, shops are ready. Okay, lot of shops are ready now. Shops are ready for Valentine's Day also. There are a lot of artifacts. There are a lot of gift items which are actually useless. Actually, they are useless. The bands, friendship bands, which you purchase for your friends, you wear it that day. Next day, where it goes? Where it goes? Okay, there are lakhs of students who are celebrating that particular day for no reason, and that is going into the dustbin. That particular celebration is finally going into the dustbin, which is adding to the we can say garbage on the dumping ground unnecessarily. That is complete unnecessary, unwanted thing rather. Okay, so now there are a lot of areas jahan pe we can reduce the use of plastic. That is ये जो मैंने अभी slide पे दिखाया है कि there are a lot of ways our house can become a sustainable house. There are a lot of ways where we can adopt sustainable living. Okay, LED, that is nowadays it is readily available in the market also. We can opt for it. Okay, organic products, they are available. They are little costly, but if we are aware, we are having that concern for the environment, we obviously purchase that. Okay, whenever we are using resources, we should be careful about. Okay, if at all anybody is pouring water with hose pipe, okay, I I generally stop them. I generally ask them to just don't do that. Okay, people feel bad about it, but I try to be humble and I try to tell them because jhagda nahi karna hai anyway. I don't like that. So I just try to tell them. 10 लोगों को बोला एक को तो समझ में आएगा. Okay, and that person will think the next time that lady will not stop me. Okay, so that kind of understanding. Now we are using this particular sanitizer. Okay, sanitizer हम लोग use कर रहे हैं बराबर. And we purchase, I have seen people are, my colleagues are purchasing this sanitizers, these small handy bottles, because they are readily available and we can keep it in the purse. Okay, and we are purchasing it. It is available in the chemist. Once the sanitizer liquid is finished, we throw it, right? But instead of that, now I have purchased this sanitizer bottle in the month of April. Okay, and I have a practice. My house has a practice that we purchase the 5-liter can of sanitizer, branded sanitizer, and we refill it. Everyone has a family member. We have this bottle right from that period, and we are refilling it. So now almost 9 months I'm talking about. Okay, monthly अगर आप ये एक या दो इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं तो each household से okay monthly कितने जाएंगे? You just calculate कितने जाएंगे bottle. And this is applicable to shampoos. This is applicable to your other that is phenyls and all other plastic material which you purchase. Instead of purchasing the refill pack, people keep on purchasing bottles. So that is also not required. So see, we can't. I do not claim that plastic is. So you should stop using plastic. Okay, we can't stop it because plastic has wrapped us like anything. Right from your toothbrush to your mosquito repellent in the night you are using. Everywhere there is a plastic. How can we stop? But as far as possible, try to minimize. Try to reduce the demand for more plastic. Okay, similarly, when we talk about our gadgets, we are fascinated with the gadgets. Okay, that which handset you have, mobile phones. According to recent study, you will be surprised. Indian consumers are changing their handset every 2 years. every 2 years. Recently, I have read this article. Okay, every 2 years, majority of Indians are changing their handset. Why? Is it not working because of that? No, because naya model aaya hai, something new has entered in the market, and I want to get that. Especially youngsters, 20s and 30s generation are doing that. They are attracted towards the new, and say this is a marketing. So every company who is manufacturing these particular handsets, they will keep the things reserved. They will not introduce their product with all the uh, uh, amenities or all the features. One by one they will keep on introducing, so that you will come to know, अरे मेरा phone तो एकदम पुराना हो गया. So you think like that and you try to get the new one. What do you do with the old phone? What do you do with this particular old handset? Either you sell it off, or sometimes it becomes so useless that you throw it. Okay, so isn't this unnecessary, we can say, burden on the environment? That is what we are creating just for the sake of living the lavish life. I do not say that living lavish life, in my definition, the luxury life would be living in a village, living in a green area, enjoying the higher oxygen levels, living in a pleasant and calm and peaceful environment. That would be the luxury of my life. Okay. So, but people think that luxury is in the cities, living in the multi-storied building, having air conditioners, having all the modern amenities in and around, and having the cars and whatever modern facilities we have. So all these are our basic requirements now. Middle class families I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the elite class. Okay, I'm talking about the middle class, higher middle class families, and their requirements, their we can say purchasing habits. So these are some of the things which I want to share, that what you can do. Turn off your lights when you leave the room. Very rarely people do that. I have seen many families in classroom also. Whenever class is over, people are going out. I have to tell them, beta light बंद करो. मैं क्यों बंद करूं? That is what the question. College का है ना? Why should I worry about? Now that requires that civic sense. We should have that civic sense. Okay, where though it is not paid by us, that is electricity bill, but it is a college. This is the infrastructure which I belong to, that infrastructure. So I should be careful about that. So as far as possible, grow your own herbs, fruits and vegetables. I know in the cities it is very difficult, but nowadays there are a lot of areas in and around Mumbai where terrace gardening is becoming popular. And I'm also trying to a small extent in my balcony, where because of lack of space there are a lot of limitations on us, but I also try it out. Though pigeons come in and they disturb a lot, but still I try it out. Turn off devices at night. Most of us, we don't know Wi-Fi का आपका router जो रहता है वो on ही रहता है. Most of us do not know it is also consuming the electricity unnecessarily. Putting a television on, that is on. Okay, all the devices should be plugged off. That will save a lot of electricity. Then water saving shower head. Um, Now since I do not get it, I was trying to get it in the market, but I could not get it because he told me to, you will have to change the entire setup. I said no, I don't want to spend money on that. So simple thing I have done at my place. People, whoever guests come to my place, they always wonder, आपके घर में पानी का प्रेशर कम है क्या? ऐसे पूछते हैं. So मेरे यहाँ पे मेन रहता है. Okay, I have reduced the speed, water speed, so that everywhere पानी जो भी जाएगा, it will be on lower speed and it will be saving water. Okay, it is a small act which will save water every day. Now मैं ऐसा सोचूंगी कि if I am doing it, only I am doing it, my society people are not doing it, what is the use of it? I'm not thinking like that. Rather, I tell others whenever we meet on occasions, I tell them, I have done this. So why don't you try it? Okay. So some of them are trying it. Some of them are trying to do it. Okay. So that is how you have to spread the message. You can't enforce people. You can't force people to do this. They will go walk away. Okay. They will run away from you. So you have to say that I am doing it. Just try it out. It is good. Okay, not for the sake of environment but for your purpose. Okay, do it, you will feel nice. Now taking stairs over the elevator, that is, as far as possible, it keeps you fit. Okay, i do it I do it every day. Now since online lecture hai, so I'm not going to the classes, but we have classrooms right from first floor to sixth floor. So I climb the stairs whenever I'm going to the lectures. Okay, I do not get into the elevator. So it keeps me active. So it keeps me fit also. I believe in that. Using public transport wherever possible, as far as possible, use public transport instead of taking your car, always taking your own vehicle. Okay, that is not good. If at all, अगर market जाना है, walkable है, why you take your car? Go and walk, have a walk, nice walk, and go and get the things and come back. And if at all you are taking your car, organize carpools. I have seen some of the office goers today that people are doing this carpooling, and that is a good sign that instead of 4 cars running on the road, those 4 people are sitting in one car and going to the office. So that is best alternative, I can say. It is a sustainable commuting. Then of course, whenever we are in the kitchen, uh, I believe Indians are more sustainable than other countries people. That is, I believe that Indians are more having concern and respect towards nature, and they have that particular habit of using the things again and again, and using the things carefully. I'm not talking about the present generation, but because little bit change in their attitude is seen. But if we talk to our parents, if we talk to our grandparents, their living style definitely was like sustainable, and that time they lived their life very in a good manner, I feel that. And they use that is, all these methods they have used in their life, using cloths instead of paper towels. Okay, that is hotels में या फिर any other areas wherever ये paper towels इस्तेमाल होते हैं, तो that is also use that is use of paper towels is done on a very large scale, and it is creating problem. So that should, you know, that every tree, it is associated with deforestation. Start composting, kitchen waste को compost करना शुरू करो. So I have seen one house, okay, in Thane city, where there is no dustbin. That man is an engineer, entire family, there is no dustbin in their house. So entire trash is taken care of by every family member. And उनके घर में छोटा बच्चा भी है, वो भी बोलता है डस्टबिन नहीं है हमारे घर में. So I felt something impossible. And when I visited that house, the name of that person is Mr. Kausub Tamankar. If Baishaki madam wants his number, I will definitely share. And he has some videos on YouTube channel also. I will request students to watch them. That he gives small tips how you can go to the zero waste at household. Okay, that is very interesting, and I have started following it, and it is very useful. And you have nothing to do, matlab, there is no need of spending extra time and extra money on that. You can easily do it doing your daily course. Reducing your food wastage by eating only when you require. Then don't leave water running when washing vegetables or utensils. That is a very common habit which I have seen even in some houses today. Recycling your devices ready to dispose of. That is definitely this energy saving jar जितना हो सके उतना हमें करना चाहिए. Donate your old devices to the needy people. Get your devices repaired instead of buying new ones. Though it is not digest नहीं होगा आप लोगों को, but still try it out. And buy energy efficient technologies. That is wherever LED जो मैंने bulb का आपको दिया example, even solar batteries. These are the examples where you can easily avail them and you can use. Of course, whenever you are going for purchasing groceries, take your own bags. Avoid buying plastic wrapped products. इसमें मैं एक बोलना चाहूंगी कि ऑनलाइन जो फूड मंगाते हैं, instead of that, if you go and get it from the outlets, that would be better, because that creates food mile. Food mile is a new concept. Okay, I don't know whether I'll get that much time to do that. I have one video in this particular presentation. If possible, I will just show you. Then see, these are some of the things. एक ये जो है ना, that is double-sided printing wherever possible. I do it. Backside जो printout निकालते हैं उसका backside खाली रहता है. Okay, and most of the time, once that particular becomes a scrap, you throw it. So instead of that, I take all the back printed pages, and I have made these notepads for me. Okay, every day as a vice principal, I have so many things to do. So these notepads are made by me. So these are all used papers. And I have told my office staff that don't throw those used papers, give it to me. And इतने नोटपैड बने कि मैंने मेरे कोलीग्स को भी दे दिए. इतने नोटपैड्स बने, simple. Tear it off, staple it, and it becomes your ready notepad. Is it that difficult? That simple? I have saved so many papers by doing this. Okay, and there is nothing wrong writing a to-do list. Everyday to-do list लिखने के लिए हमें कुछ ना कुछ चाहिए होता है. So it is better, handy. Okay, and therefore this particular small actions can bring about lot of changes in our day-to-day life. So there are endless ways to live sustainably. Okay, that is most of these things I have already talked about. Now, eat more whole foods. That is, whenever you are as a individual, you are trying to be sustainable, what you can do. Okay, these are some of the small actions you can start. Planting a tree, it becomes challenging in the city. I know that. Many people talk about lack of space, lack of time. Okay, and हमें plan करना है, लेकिन कहाँ पे plan करना है? So join NSS. There you get lot of scope to do tree plantation, and actually they are doing a great job. NSS volunteers all over. I think in your colleges also NSS unit must be doing a great job. So that is also one of the things which you can try out. Borrow books instead of purchasing the new ones, if possible. Try to borrow books in the library. Then online तो हम जा चुके हैं. That is for sure. We have saved so many notebooks this year. That is automatically Corona has compelled us to become sustainable. I sarcastically say that, but it has saved so many notebooks. Under University of Mumbai, there are 2.5 lakh students. So this year, I don't think so people have purchased notebooks, या फिर textbooks. Okay, so those many notebooks are in store, and utne notebooks हमने बचा के रखे हैं. So to some extent, Corona has given a positive impact on environment too. Okay, this is what I feel. Because sustainability doesn't mean only using the material carefully. about your food habits also you should be. Uh, the lady which is having this thali, okay, is this her real appetite? Can you eat that much amount of food at a time? So obviously you are about to have food wastages, lot amount of food wastages. Isn't this looks better option, this one? But people are crazy over food nowadays. I have seen so many people going to the outlets जहाँ पे ऐसे भरे भरे थाली मिलते हैं, and lot of eating burgers, pizzas with lot of cheese on it, entire cheese box on it. Okay, is this your real appetite? That we should think about. Then instead of demanding continental foods, ask for local food because it saves food miles. It saves food miles, that is distance from the farm to plate. Because any food which is to be brought from the source to our plate requires that particular transportation. And that transportation will require carbon emission. So that much of the food will be saved, that much of the emission will be saved. So whenever we are asking for the imported fruits, imported kiwi, dragon fruit, and grapes, and all those things, avocado. Nowadays, people have started demanding that. So why should we? India में fruits की कमी है क्या? Do we have that shortage of fruits and vegetables? We have ample fruits and vegetables, though we dislike them. But we have ample fruits which are actually nutritious. So why don't we try out that instead of asking for those continental food? So you should calculate your carbon footprints. That is how far you are eating animal-based products or processed cheese and all those things. How far your home is energy efficient. ये मैंने एक ट्राई आउट किया है, एक वेबसाइट है कैलकुलेट योर फुटप्रिंट करके. So you also can take up that test. You can also take up that test and you can find out your footprint. Whether you are really caring or you are creating problem for the environment. That you can calculate your own small actions, but you have to be sincere enough whenever you are answering. You get the result and you get the remedies also. If you are doing something wrong, they give you the remedy. So there are some interesting sites available which give you your footprints. So calculate once, do this exercise that whether you are really sustainable or not. This is what the present scenario. And we want our earth to be like this, our environment to be like this. Okay. So I wish that this is more, we can say, pleasant thing than the previous one. Obviously, isn't it? And all of us, we want to live in this kind of environments. So I have this statement because there were a lot of discussions going on that for whom environmental education is essential. So Anil Agarwal, he is no more now, but he was an environmentalist, and he had once said that it is so-called educated people who need more education than anyone else. Environmental education rather, educated लोगों को ज़्यादा जरूरी है instead of others. And he was very true. Okay, that uh, education has nothing to do with environmental sensitivity. Okay, that you should be sensitive enough towards environment, and that realization will be brought about through the awareness only. Thank you, and the forum is now open for questions. I think I have finished in time.
Yes, yes, very much in time. Thank you very much. I will just see. There was one student who was asking about, I have ideas.
Okay.
I will just ask what type of ideas and I will unmute him.
Okay.
Otherwise it will be difficult. So I will just say it is Jamil. 1 minute, please. It is Jamil from FIBSC. Jamil, can you write on the chat what ideas you have? Otherwise, there is no question as such. And students were very happy. They are saying something like this in the chat.
I would like to know their reactions, whether
Yes,
they
yes.
have understood or anything else which they
Hello,
want to know.
students. You can definitely write your reaction. I have answer. Jamil, Jamil, you can write. I cannot unmute you. I think so. Will I unmute all? Hello, you can unmute everybody and can ask question to madam. Hello, you can unmute. Jamil, you have some.
Understood.
Jamil, I have unmuted you. This is the problem of not muting.
Yeah, I know. I understood.
Jamil, I have unmuted you. Jamil,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, can you ask madam what you have ideas?
Yes, ma'am.
Bolo.
Yes, Jamil.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening.
Ma'am,
Yes, say. Whatever you want to say. It can be a sharing also. That no problem.
Yes, you can chat. There are 12 chats which have come in. Everybody is saying thank you, ma'am. Then understood. And nowadays, this one, Shilpa Shukla says, ma'am, nowadays everything is wrapped in plastic. So how
Yeah.
can we buy plastic-free things?
Yeah, you can. You can. You have got choices in the market. You have got choices. Just open your eyes and senses. You will get the solutions. You will get the solutions.
Yes. Then
Purchasing grocery, purchasing your medicines, vegetables, it is possible.
our geography student has told Pranav Durve,
Hmm.
this talk was really an eye-opener. These are the reactions which they have given.
Okay, okay.
Understood very well.
Mhm.
Excellent. Bandekar madam is saying excellent, Aparna. Thank
Oh,
you so
thank you.
much.
Thank you.
And there are so many students who are saying, yes, ma'am, if it was helpful to us. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, nowadays everything is wrapped. Same thing, same.
Mhm.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, really it was so helpful for us. Thank you so much for a wonderful seminar. Thank you, ma'am. If the people think environment, if the people think environment is to take care, means they
Yeah, we
should not
have to take
take care.
care
Yes.
about.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, how can we decompose wasted food in our homes in cities?
Yeah, there are the ideas available on the net also, and there are people from NGOs. They are working for it. At Thana, we have lot many who guide us. They provide you one bucket. एक bucket मिलता है, अविरत पात्र बोलते हैं उसको. That bucket you also can create at your place. It requires नारियल का वो जो ये रहता है ना कचरा.
अच्छा,
नारियल जो घर पे लाते हैं वो नीचे डालना पड़ता है एंड देन थोड़ी सी मिट्टी एंड देन यू जस्ट कीप ऑन पुटिंग योर किचन वेस्ट इनटू दैट एंड कवर इट. So after a week you will find that entire manure is created, that compost, it becomes a good fertilizer. And if you just pour it down wherever garden or trees are there, it will be helping to grow those plants.
Another student says plastic bag has to be reduced, and this can only happen with awareness in the community.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Uh,
Then Sakshi is a very good student of ours of FI BCom. Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful session. All over understood. Good, ma'am. Take your bottles.
Ah.
Bandekar ma'am says, take your bottles.
Oh, huh.
You'll understand कि plastic कैसे बंद करना है.
Right,
And
right.
all other students are saying, ma'am, I understood. It was very interesting. Thanks
Oh,
a lot. Very nice.
thank you, thank you.
It's very nice.
I also enjoyed.
We need more students to understand this session. Already there were 100 and I've written it down. 104 students were there in
Oh,
this talk. So it was wonderful. These lectures are very beneficial for us. Now my class will be full of things. Yes, yes, good, Madam Bulke. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Store the food. Another good thing has come from Shambhu. Store the food and use it for poor people. This is
Oh,
also an idea
yes,
which
yes,
was
yes.
started,
Idea. Right, right.
especially Arabian countries. They are putting it
Yes,
in
they
place.
have started.
Yes, yes. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing with us. We learned very much from your speech. Where can we recycle electronic waste? Sakshi says. Asked.
Yeah, electronic waste. Maharashtra Pollution Control Board has their outlet. Okay, just visit the website of it, and in the city of Thane, उनके officials हैं. They come to your place. अगर आपकी society है, तो you collect the entire e-waste together. They will not come to each and every household. It is an institutional level. They collect the household. At my college level, I do it. मतलब मेरे कॉलेज में ई वेस्ट बीन है जहाँ पे अभी कलेक्ट एंटायर ई वेस्ट एंड दोज पीपल कम एंड दे टेक द एंटायर ई वेस्ट टू द recycling unit.
Same thing. We also do it from
Yes.
RJ. Yes. And the college also earns, and that is diverted for good work.
Yeah.
That money that they pool. Very good initiative done. And Pranav Durve writes, he's a geography student. Can you please share this presentation with us, ma'am, for future usage and implementation?
Yeah, sure. I'll email it to you, madam.
Yes, yes.
Huh? I'll email it to you.
Okay. So these were the very, what to say, motivating questions, and they were very, very happy.
A good interaction that
Good
way.
Good
Yeah.
interaction. And Bandekar ma'am, do you want to say something before we end our program?
Yes, thank you very much, Aparna.
Thank you, ma'am.
It was really very good, and for students, especially for geography student, this area is new because our syllabus is not having this environmental education.
Yeah.
So our next improved website will definitely have some uh, at least one module on environmental education in
Oh,
geography.
great.
Bashaki, we will do it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Great. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Now I will propose a little bit of vote of thanks
Yeah.
because the duty
Yes.
we usually do. So on behalf of Geography Association, I, Dr. Baishaki Datta, uh, is places a heartfelt regard for our management. A very big thank you because of this, because the cooperation they show us, we can do such programs. I also thank my friend and colleague, Dr. Aparna Thakur. I would like to share that she is my batchmate and I'm very proud of her to be here today with us. And thank you, Aparna, for
Thank you
taking
so much.
an initiative and being with us. We are very, very grateful because you are very busy. And I know that you have taken up this valuable time and have given it to us. And for our students, they have really benefited from your talk. I would also like to thank our DP, that is Devi Prasad, without whom Zoom lectures and meetings are not possible. He is excellent in whatever he does. Then I would like to also thank, not last but not least, but my students who are, or rather our students, Bandekar
Yeah.
ma'am, our students who are always taking, taking initiative. And they were very motivated when I told them that such lectures will be conducted, and they have all kept their promise and they have joined to listen to you. Thank you very much, my students. And this talk was so motivating, and really, we were all charged up by we could do this, we can do this, we don't do this. So I always will say that after this lecture, it will linger in our mind. And there are some key words which she has used. So I want to tell you those words, that think, act, and change. That will be the best thing what our earth deserves from us, our mother earth deserves from us. And in the word of Gandhiji that he has taken, that earth has everything for everybody's need, not for anybody's greed. So with this, I thank profusely my friend and colleague, my very, very, what to say, close batchmate, Dr. Aparna, to be with us. Thank you very much. We
Thank
look
you.
forward for more interactions like this in
Yeah,
future.
sure. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Kamalini, ma'am. Is it okay?
Yes, Aparna, thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I will send you the link once DP gives me, okay, of this
Okay.
lecture. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
So
you.
I am ending the program, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Bye, ma'am.
Okay.
thank you.